I will be looking at areas of change within my current role as an administrative assistant. I did struggle a little bit with this presentation because there's not very much that I feel I could have changed within my current role, but I did manage to find 3 areas that I would like to see and implement change within them, and I will present one change that I will think the company can actually benefit from. Okay, problems that were requiring change within my organisation was the invoicing procedure and the time that it takes to complete the invoices. The next one was BACS and online banking and the introduction of a company credit card. So the first one was the invoicing procedure within my organisation. I found that the invoicing procedure takes too long to complete, especially if we have certain customers who haven't provided an order number. It's a tedious process because each customer's address needs to be copied from our in-house account software and then processed onto our company invoicing letterhead, and then once the invoice has been typed up, a black copy is then printed off and it then needs to be checked over. Therefore, if there's any mistakes, then they have to be typed up, and then the next black copy has to be printed off so that then that can be filed away before we can actually print off a final top copy, which is then sent out to our customers. I looked at possibly emailing invoices through to our customers, but I found out that most of the customers do not like change, that obviously we need to keep up with our supplier requests because we're getting suppliers requesting that emails, statements and things like that are sent to them via email. So I found out that it'd be cost effective and therefore it'd waste less paper, because 1 in 5 of our invoicing, on 5 of our invoices would probably have a mistake, so therefore we'd have to print another copy off, then we'd have to print the top copy off, so therefore it would fail on, it reduce our paper wastage, and then obviously your computers can fail, so that would obviously reduce in lost work. So that is why we do our invoicing procedure as we do, so that we've got a final top copy. The next thing that I looked at was obviously doing online banking. The thing is though, my directors are very set in their ways. They've never actually used online banking, and I know it will probably be, it'll be easy to show them how to use it, therefore it'd be a good idea for us as well if we were to introduce online banking, because then we could look at factoring our invoices, therefore we'd send them straight out to the customer, and then we could be paid within like 3 days rather than waiting 30, 60 or even 90 days with some of our customers. But then obviously online banking does still have its problems, because obviously the account can be susceptible to hacking. It may be sent to the wrong account number, or you might get the sort code wrong, but then it does have its cons, because obviously there's no need for writing out checks, or there's no need for postage stamps. Your customer gets the invoice there and then, and they can pay you as soon as they can. But then obviously there are some other little things. Some of our customers do still want to be paid by the old-fashioned method of using a cheque. Next I'll be moving on to introducing a company credit card. They do have their uses, but obviously this wasn't something that I would think of introducing within my company, with it being only a small family-run business. I mean, for example, if for like our employees needed to buy something, obviously for their own personal use, they may get misused that way. They can get lost, they can get misplaced, especially in my office, because I know what a state my blooming dad's desk's in. So he puts something down and things get misplaced with him. Sometimes you might not always need one, and like I said, my directors are very set in their ways. They don't like change, and people might forget to take it with them, or you might not have the PIN number. So the one thing that I wanted to actually concentrate on was the BACS and online banking. Most online banking services are now operational 24/7, and I would say that probably over half of 50% of businesses today do actually use online banking as a means of obtaining payment and paying their suppliers. A lot of online banking is more secure now. It's often easy for people to pick it up and understand how to use it, and most of our customers now do give us their online banking details, so that it's quick and easy to forward payments onto them. This was just a pie chart that obviously I did a questionnaire and proposed it out to, well, I would say obviously to my mum and dad, because they're the two main directors, because obviously the lads in the office wouldn't have benefited from it. It was found that obviously my mum and dad, they would be happy to use online banking. They consider factoring, but they might be a little bit as to how customers would feel about it. It was 50% of customers that we found wouldn't be happy to actually introduce factoring because of costs for them and things like that. And we decided that obviously it would be a good idea to maybe try using electronic mail to save obviously to save on postage stamps and things like that. And we thought about obviously employing a sales rep to try and boost income and get more sales, and it was something that we'd probably consider, but then again it was the cost of things. So and obviously this was my chart to look at how long it will probably take to obviously look at different banks and see what services they offered, and I discovered that it would probably not take that long really, from probably probably about 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks to get everything set up and running, and then introduce the online banking. So that's about it, really.
Okay, so what do you think's the biggest advantage to the business for bringing in online banking then?
It enabled our company to get paid quicker, and there's no messing about with like customers ringing up and saying, oh, we need a cheque for such and such an amount. I rung and spoke to him last week and he still hasn't done anything. So, because I'm not actually authorised to sign off cheques, you see. I mean, I can write them out, but I'm not authorised on the account to sign them off. So it'd just be easier for us if I could say to them, look, give me your bank details, I'll get it sent to you today. It'd be in your bank within 2 or 3 days, or even, today, for example.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Sarah.